This is what I don't understand. For weeks, the Democrat presidential candidates call each other on their political differences as well as their misstatements and downright lies. They criticize each other's mannerisms, acquaintances, and unleash their family members to launch attacks as well. I don't know about you, but if someone called me a liar, the last thing we would have is a civil discussion on the issues. But last night, for the most part, the Democrat presidential debate was civil. Sure, there were differences of opinion expressed, but after all the swipes Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama have taken against each other in the previous weeks, the two of them should have just gotten a room. Another horrifying visual, sorry. This is a classic example of two people who can talk a good game to their supporters and behind the back of the opponent, but haven't the guts to say those same things to each other's face. And Barack Obama wants to talk to our enemies. For example, on April 2nd, ABC News reported, Senator Hillary Clinton and former President Bill Clinton are making very direct arguments to the Democratic superdelegates, starkly insisting Senator Barack Obama cannot win a general election against presumptive Republican nominee, Senator John McCain. Sources with direct knowledge of the conversation between Senator Clinton and Governor Bill Richardson prior to the governor's endorsement of Obama said she told him flatly, "He cannot win, Bill. He cannot win." That's pretty cut and dry. However, during last night's debate, when asked if Obama can beat McCain, Hillary replied,
"Yes, yes, yes."
What's up with that? I don't know about you, but I'd call that a mixed message. However, one of the consistent traits of the two candidates are not exactly meaning what they say when they say it. Dare I again invoke the L word? Let's not forget Obama's candid remarks amongst the San Francisco hoity-toity, where he said small-town voters are bitter and they
cling to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them, or anti-immigrant sentiment, or anti-trade sentiment, and a way to explain their frustrations.
He clarified that statement last night with,
when people feel like Washington's not listening to them, when they're promised year after year, decade after decade, that their economic situation is going to change, and it doesn't, then politically they end up focusing on those things that are constant, like religion. They end up feeling this is a place where I can find some refuge. This is something that I can count on. They end up being much more concerned about votes around things like guns, where traditions have been passed on from generation to generation, and those are incredibly important to them.
Maybe it's only me, but when Senator McCain was pushing that illegal alien amnesty abomination last summer, the last thing I thought about was God and wanting to bust a cap in my backyard. Then again, I don't live in some small hick town in Pennsylvania. According to ABC News, Clinton said she understood why people were taken aback and offended by Obama's remarks. Yeah, because she ran with and aired commercials about his comments for 2 weeks. Later, they moved on to the joke we call Snipergate. Via videotape, Pittsburgh resident Tom Rooney said Hillary lost his vote over the Bosnia flap. Hillary responded,
You know, I'm embarrassed by it. I have apologized for it. I've said it was a mistake.
Believing as I do that Hillary is without conscience, the only reason she's embarrassed by it is because she was caught flat out lying on video. You can't tell me that if not for the videotape and photos, she wouldn't be pushing that story today, chastising anyone with the nerve to doubt her bravery under fire. For weeks after her gaffe, Barack Obama and the media beat up on the girl for her forceful declaration, "That's what happened," and later admission that she got it all wrong. But last night, he let her off the hook again.
And I think Senator Clinton deserves the right to make some errors once in a while. Obviously, I've made some as well. I think what's important is to make sure that we don't get so obsessed with gaffes that we lose sight of the fact that this is a defining moment in our history.
While Obama and Clinton use every opportunity to call Republicans incorrect on the issues, Hillary should be able to misspeak every once in a while as long as Democrats can keep their eyes on the prize. During the debate, both candidates stepped gingerly over the topics of gun rights. A previously anti-gun Hillary last night said,
I respect the rights of lawful gun owners to own guns, to use their guns, but I also believe that most lawful gun owners, whom I have spoken with for many years across our country, also want to be sure that we keep those guns out of the wrong hands. And as president, I will work to try to bridge this divide, which I think has been polarizing and frankly doesn't reflect the common sense of the American people.
Now that she wants our vote, she'll count on our common sense. Thank you very much, Senator. At the same time, Obama said it was important to figure out what was working among gun control measures currently in place, and that he has never favored an all-out ban on handguns.
I believe that the Constitution confers an individual right to bear arms. But just because you have an individual right does not mean that the state or local government can't constrain the exercise of that right.
Something for us all to ponder in November. Maybe it was the Pope effect, who knows? But these candidates are nothing but performers, depending on the ignorance, forgetfulness, and gullibility of the electorate. They tear each other to pieces during campaign stops, yet play nice when in each other's company. I guess they're saving their tough talk for the Republicans. Senator, it says Sen. Yeah, those three-letter words are... Many of us have heard the story of Jamil Shaw, the promising young Los Angeles high school student. Read the script. Many of us have heard the story of Jamil Shaw, the promising young... You want me to turn?
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so which way would I have been? The city's long-standing directive, Special Order 40, which... something's going to go wrong here. Asking arrestees about their immigration status. Immigrants. Can we admit that we live in a totally different America that we live? Can we admit that we live in a totally different America that we'd live? Now, while I don't wish ill upon... Phasers on.